The calves stay 24 hours in the place where they are born, then move to these small individual pens where they remain for about 3 weeks. And if it's sunny like now and the weather is good, they all stay outside. And when it's hot, they also stay inside, and we can see them there as they are. This puts us in a bit of a dilemma. Sometimes we think the compost bedding in the area where the cows eat don't have flooring. This requires a lot of work for filling and cleaning. So what we do, for example, the current group has 48 calves. They are divided into 2 groups and fed twice a day. They all stay together, but really all we do is count them. We make sure 24 or 25 go in, and it's done. Then they are transferred to the other pen, and the other 25 go in.
Jesse sent a message saying that he won't be making videos anymore because you haven't subscribed to the Santa Fe channel. So subscribe now, and he will continue recording on farms around the world.
Here, this calf barn was built in 2005, I believe. The person in charge here is Luis, who has been with us for 37 years. He has seen the entire process from when we had nothing. The calves were raised in a grove, then in a small barn, until we reached what was built in 2005. In any case, there are still some things missing. The calves stay 24 hours in the place where they are born, then move to these small individual pens where they remain for about 3 weeks. We try to keep them in these pens for as little time as possible because the comfort is not ideal. It's something we still need to improve. After that, they move to a collective space where they drink milk and start eating feed. And when we see that they are doing well, they switch to a diet that is solely solid. The feed is also formulated here, prepared over there. It's a feed with between 18 and 20% protein, based on barley, soybean hulls, and soybean meal, along with salt. Last year, we couldn't make chopped straw. What we used to do was add chopped straw to the feed, and then we offered a single feed. We gave it ad libitum because it contained 12% straw. This year, we couldn't chop straw due to a lack of time, so the straw is provided in rolls. That's why we also included soybean hulls as a source of fiber. And, well, the calves are here. Currently, there are 150 heifers, all females, because the males are raised by someone else. They are sold at 10 days of age. The heifers stay here until we can accommodate them. It's not so much based on weight or age, but on capacity. Now, for example, with 150, we are almost at full capacity. So, when it's time to start the rearing, we'll have to transfer some of the smaller heifers. Smaller, at 4 or 5 months old. But we try to raise them all. The longer they stay here, the better they adapt during rearing.
What are the rates you have here?
Here, we have a mortality rate of approximately 2 to 3%. We've managed to improve a lot, especially after my girlfriend, my partner, took on the responsibility for colostrum management and disinfection of the calves, and the whole process to ensure that the calf gets a good start in life. And although the infrastructure we have, the facilities, are not 100% adequate to provide the ideal comfort for the calves, we've managed to ensure that they get a good start so that they don't suffer. We only use milk. We don't use milk replacer. That's one of the things we changed. The milk is not pasteurized. The equipment has the option to pasteurize, but we don't use it. And like everything, it's a process of trial and error. When we adjust something that works, we don't change it anymore.
And regarding the solid diet, the feed, after how long and for how long is it provided?
The solid feed in the first days, which are the 2-3 weeks when they are in the pens, they don't have access to solid feed. Then when they enter the collective room, they have feed available ad libitum. That is, they have access to the feeders, which we can see over there, where they can eat freely. Now there's nothing left for them, but they eat from these feeders here. They have feed available all the time, and they also have water available all the time over there. When the calf starts consuming more than 2 kilos of feed, that's when we cut off the milk and transfer them to the next group of calves. In any case, each time we give milk, we do a sorting. The person who gives the milk, if you look here, you'll see that they are all larger calves. So, for example, I believe these here are only getting milk once a day. He adjusts the amount they consume. And because we have larger calves like these and we have the smaller ones like those over there, here the calves in the collective group have all this area to go outside, and their shelter is here. For example, if it rains, they all stay inside. And if it's sunny like now and the weather is good, they all stay outside. And when it's hot, they also stay inside, and we can see them there as they are. Normally we do treatments like using Viatine or something similar. But if there are serious problems, the animal is cold. However, this has improved a lot since we started confining. By confining, and especially with the use of compost, we've practically eliminated concrete. So this puts us in a bit of a dilemma. Sometimes we think the compost bedding in the area where the cows eat don't have flooring. This requires a lot of work for filling and cleaning. But at the same time, we realize that we don't have foot problems either. So it's a bit, these are issues that come up. For example, compost isn't as aggressive as a freestall because it doesn't involve constant use of concrete. Here, the calves go into the areas with compost and then stay on the ground. And of course, the downside is that if it rains, it turns to mud. If it rains for a month, they go through difficulties. Because they don't have a roof, they don't have anything. These are the calves that no longer drink milk and eat only solid feed. Right now, they're consuming 4 kilos of feed per calf. They also have bales available ad libitum, and they usually eat 200 to 300 grams, not much more than that. According to the capacity we have here, we can accommodate between 20 and 25 calves. So what we do, for example, the current group has 48 calves. They are divided into 2 groups and fed twice a day. They all stay together, but really all we do is count them. We make sure 24 or 25 go in, and it's done. Then they are transferred to the other pen, and the other 25 go in. We refill the feed, and this is done in the morning and in the afternoon, like now. Only with water and hay. And here they can come in and out whenever they want. They have this outdoor area where they can go out. When it's sunny like today, they all stay outside. But if it rains or the weather is bad, they all come inside. Well, I took the course in 2021. I think it was in 2022. Actually, I don't remember exactly. I wanted to take it because I wanted to learn a bit more and see the technologies being used in the United States. Learn to use the NASEM and all the techniques involved. The truth is, it has been very useful for formulating diets and dealing with many aspects of management. How to read the feeders, assess barn capacities, formulate diets, and many other things that have been very useful to us. Formulating feeds for the calves, detecting symptoms in the cows when there's a problem. And well, it has allowed us to simplify many tasks, do everything more economically and increase efficiency, and also have many tools to assess how the cows are doing and make comparisons. For example, the efficiency of feed use, fat-corrected milk, or energy-corrected milk. And these are tools that I believe are very powerful to make this work. And at the same time, we have a group with whom we maintain a fluid dialogue because the realities of each country are not the same. And many times when we see what we can improve or when we have doubts, we consult during the live classes. That's very good. Really, I encourage people to take it. It's technical work. There's a lot to learn. This is something continuous. You always have to study. It doesn't matter how many master's degrees you have or how many things you've done. You have to keep studying. And that seems fundamental to me, super useful.